There's a lions. Gosh. We were looking for an adventure, so I found the most adventurous place we could find. Omaha, Nebraska. Omaha, Nebraska has what's called a Henry Dorley Zoo, which where they do an overnight safari, and you basically camp out by the lions, by the animals. You do a night hike, and this is our experience doing it. So the employee drove us up to the area where we were going to camp out, which is right next to the lion's den.
And our driver was a very nice young man who kind of told us some details about the history of the zoo's overnight safari program.
And explained to us that they used to do the camp out in the aquarium until a couple got, and I quote, X-rated by the jellyfish. What I love about that was that he then had a 10,000 yard stare going, I worked that day. It's pretty neat. Got some nice cots. Try to keep the buggies out. Yeah, so we went for our little night hike. I got to see the elephants play in the water, do something I've never seen elephants do.
Planned this, right?
Oh wait, I think one other time. I've seen this one other time. Alright, we got our stuff set up. Now we're gonna do the night hike. Try to see some more animals. So it's very strange to walk around the zoo at night. It feels like you're doing something wrong. But they actually took us around. They took us to kind of the nocturnal area. After our night hike, they started a fire. We got some s'mores, and they put on Indiana Jones. So it's very it was a cool experience, but it was a strange experience. You're literally sitting in the middle of a zoo, watching a movie on a screen, toasting s'mores next to like lions and elephants.
And then we got the best sleep of our lives.
Oh my gosh!
Middle of the night update. This might be the worst sleep I've ever had in my whole life. There's racers on the road, and the lions keep roaring. There's the lions. Gosh, it's been every 20 minutes. I don't know what they're doing over there. That would be cool, but at this point I'm so uncomfortable. I hope one of them eats me. So I used to sound like when I was a kid, my stepdad came over. And it's a very, very cold. I don't know. Do you have any last words, Chloe? Alright, I'm gonna go back to not sleeping. Just got our wake up call. I think I have one less vertebrae now. Oh. Early morning fire.
After that night's sleep, we had a morning fire, got some breakfast pastries, and then we listened to a zookeeper talk. So they had some of the zookeepers come, feed the lions, and just answer general questions about the zoo. I think the coolest part about that, and the most interesting, was that they talked about how some of the species have so few animals left in that species that the zoos have to coordinate and keep track of the genetic lines so that they can like lend each other those animals so that they can breed and try to bring the species back. But they need to be careful to not be breeding the same genetic lines and actually get enough diversity. So there are people in charge just of making sure there's enough genetic diversity in that species so that they can actually thrive long term, which is pretty cool.
That's super cool. Yeah.
So after breakfast, we got to walk around the zoo.
Just dropped our stuff off. It's like we got the zoo to ourselves. It's kind of cool to walk around and not really have basically nobody here. Like hidden nooks and crannies and stuff. Hungry. All right, I think we've had a productive day at the zoo. Lots of animals, human and otherwise, and childlike. I don't know. All right, what is that giant blue line? What was your favorite fact that you learned today?
Favorite fact was, well, that's interesting. What was it? I feel like we learned some cool weird
She didn't
stuff.
pay attention to anything.
Oh, the upside down jellyfish. That those even exist.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. I think mine was, not that you asked. We've had a great day at the zoo, and it's time to get our stuff and head out.
All right, conclusions about Henry Dorley Zoo overnight safari. Honestly, I would recommend it despite having the worst sleep in my entire life. I actually think it was kind of a cool and slightly strange experience. My recommendation would be bring comfy bedding.
I'm so uncomfortable.
You know, if you have like an air mattress you want to bring, lots of blankets because it was super cold.
And it's a very, very cold.
And then something to deal with the noise. That's kind of a hard one because you could hear traffic, you could hear the lions, you could hear what sounded like Godzilla throwing like shipping containers. I still have no idea what was happening there. Otherwise, I think it was a pretty cool experience. Anything we missed?
I don't think so. Just don't do anything with a jellyfish.